Okay, so this is Richard and Jay on Monday, October 15th, 2018. We're the only diehards meeting here. I guess Sam and Matt are doing some real work, and we're talking about some of the homeworks and getting the AutoGrader to pass. So, and the one you're talking about, Jay, is the acceptance unit test one.
Yeah, acceptance unit test cycle CI doesn't seem to have an actual solution to it. It just has a walkthrough.
Okay, and I can look at that and see what I have. But the issue with the BDD cucumber, if my recollection might have been the mutation tester.
Right.
Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
And I think I sent, just coincidentally, I had, because I usually talk to my class about it in person, but I had an online class this past summer, so I actually wrote up what I tell them.
Right.
And I turned it into a positive thing, and I think it potentially is that things pass, but the AutoGrader doesn't give them credit.
Yeah, I shared that with my students as well and gave you credit. So.
Hey, I'll see the fan mail coming in.
Okay. So let me.
And this one
let me show you the thing that I'm getting. That is
okay. Really, there really is not anything in the. Okay, there really isn't anything in this repo.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can, but it's too small to be legible. There's an option to increase the font size if
in Codio.
Probably under some kind of view menu.
Font size. Well, that didn't seem to do anything.
And it may be, is there how about the terminal font size? Really? That's not?
There, that works.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, better.
Okay. So, the thing that seems anomalous is this failure. And I went back to Sam's walkthrough and then made it exactly what Sam's walkthrough had. And I get this error on this statement. It said it expected a 1, but it got a 1 string. And Matt and I spent some time trying to figure that out, and we couldn't. And the movie controllers RB. So we've tried a few things here, but this is exactly what's in Sam's walkthrough. So I know it's tough.
But what is find movies with same director? What is that method?
This is again right out of the walkthrough.
And that was some find movies with same director. Is that something we're creating? Isn't that something we're creating?
Yeah. So
let me see.
Trying to see where it is.
Yep. My guess is now that's it, the test for it.
Right.
I mean, where's the method itself? Movie. Yeah. Okay, file movies and director ID. But that's so that's like a method. Is that you're saying that's the definition?
Yeah. Again, I went back to Sam's walkthrough. So
Okay, what I'll do is I can check and see what I have sort of offline and see if I can find something. I'll do it sort of quickly now, but I don't know. What would this be? Let me see. I may be able to,
this is Matt's definition.
and
I haven't tried this one yet.
okay.
I can. And that one doesn't work at all. That breaks everything.
Okay. So I had, this is just really some random thing that I found. I don't even know, it's some student's sort of solution, but he had code that looks like this. I just pasted. And obviously that's a different name, but it just does a movie where and I'm trying to see where.
So this would be movies.
Same
director.
Oh, movie. But then now that he's passing in a director.
Right. Not a movie.
So yeah, so I don't know. This is just like randomly in the code. So
all right. Well, maybe this is something best done offline.
Yeah, and throw it up on the list. And then if I'll take a look at that. I mean, whatever, or probably other people who have even done it more quickly.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. And other than that, things progressing. How the students sort of dealing or liking it? Are they grumbling a lot or?
No, actually, up the first 4 homeworks they thought were okay. Most of them actually got 100.
Okay. And do you have the sense that that they're liking it? No, sorry, that's not what I meant. I was just sort of said, do you have, I'm looking at something else while I'm talking. Do you have the sense that they're really doing the work themselves?
I do. I had them, I mean, they're doing it in pairs, which is fine. I think for homework 3, I had them zip up the 3 files that they were working on and send them to me. And I went through them and saw they were significantly different.
Okay.
So
at least if they found solutions, they all found different solutions.
if somebody found a solution, he's not sharing it with his classmates.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's good. And okay.
And I've used the quizzes, and I get varying results. I mean, some of the kids get 100 and some of them get 30. So that's a real test of what they've done. And probably next week I'll give them the final as a midterm. And then I've gone through the lecture weeks, and I've stopped for now because they got started on their projects last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm slowing down the other stuff. And then because this is a writing course as well, I'm going to do a session on software engineering ethics.
Okay.
It's a Catholic school, so they've all had an ethics course.
Okay. That's cool. We had, I mean, there was stuff like that was handled by other courses in my curriculum. So I
just inherited this course and it had this writing. It's the one with the writing requirement satisfied. Maybe next year I can get it changed, but I got to have them write something.
Yeah.
And it turns out a couple of weeks ago, I got in the mail from ACM their new code of ethics.
Okay, new and updated.
If you get CACM in the mail, came with it. So, and I've got a kind of a paper / study guide from Santa Clara University. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing. And right now, we went through the first several weeks. I told them to be very fast, but they all seem to handle it. So now they're working on their projects.
Okay, sounds reasonable.
This last homework, the current one, acceptance testing, is due on Thursday. So tomorrow I will hear about any problems they have had.
Okay, so and then you'll be continuing. You'll be mostly doing projects after that, or will you continue doing homeworks?
I haven't decided yet. I've gone through the first 5 homeworks, and that's part 1. And last I checked in, until a few minutes ago, Sam was still working on updating the part 2 homeworks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that I don't need any more homework.
Okay.
Because I'm going to focus on the project.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's what many people do. I happen not to. That's why I spread my everything out.
Yeah, and I'm going to, at some point, I will give them these sections on legacy. And give a refactoring and legacy and design patterns. Those are the last 2 sections I want to give them, but I'm going to wait a few weeks.
Yeah, I cover that stuff. Yep, that's for sure.
And I'm going to skip advanced Rails and JavaScript.
Yep. Okay. Which I think is good stuff, but I would say, I mean, some of that stuff might be more relevant for some types of real projects. I know they talk about authentication and so forth. So look and make sure that the stuff in there might not be beneficial. And if it is, you can just tell them to look at it.
Yeah, I can give them the lectures and not do any homework on it. Maybe just give them the lectures and a quiz. But I'll see how the projects go.
Okay. So I've been looking at various solutions that I have, and they may be variants of the same solution, but all of them had code similar to what I showed you. In other words, it did a movie where, and it basically looked for the director matching. And so that would have returned a list of movie IDs. What did you use? A find?
Let me see here.
And did you have problems in both local failures and the AutoGrader failure?
I haven't done it I haven't submitted to the AutoGrader yet.
Oh, I mean, okay, that to me seems worthwhile doing.
It's failing the local test.
Right, but it might be interesting just to check and see what the AutoGrader says.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know that the AutoGrader has been updated, but maybe someone accidentally updated something in the local test and broke something.
Yeah. Well, I will take a look at let's see, your solution that you sent me. I think you sent me a solution, right?
Don't know.
Or you pointed me to your, you have a solution on your repo.
Do not know. For this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. That I didn't say. I just have I'm looking at some stuff that I have locally from students in the past.
Okay. All right. I guess I am still, I need to check Matt's version that he pointed me to.
Okay.
See what he's using. I mean, I tried that with what he's using. He did that same defined self dot movies. Movies with same director. So it's still missing that that method.
Let's see.
When you do self dot find movies with same director, movie ID, that doesn't really define what it is, does it?
Yeah. The thing, I mean, one of the things that I would do too, and I tell students it's useful for themselves is throw a debugger statement there and see really like sort of what it's returning.
I I did that with Matt, and every time I ran, I got to the debugger. When I got out of the debugger, it seemed to kill the terminal. So that was annoying.
Okay. That's all the stuff that you're describing would be useful to know and share on the list, because then we can look at that at least, even if it doesn't help you, it might help the rest of us.
Yeah. Okay.
If something has changed or there's some issue with Codio.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I got.
Good. Okay. So we'll follow up on all this stuff on the mailing list. And when did you say your stuff is due with the students, for your students?
The students are due Thursday, but I'm seeing them tomorrow. So if they have any questions, they'll
Yeah,
come
so
up
that's
in class tomorrow.
good. Okay, so that's an incentive to get some stuff out today, and
Uh-huh.
if anyone can take a look at it.
Okay.
Good, and that'll help me. Especially if you really have found a problem, would be nice to know.
Okay. And I should put that on which list? The beta
I would do it. Well, I use the BetaSaaSers. The other one is fine too. It's probably the more appropriate one. I'm not. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I think the BetaSaaSers are people using the AutoGraders and stuff. So the one where I did the meeting announcement is probably good.
Okay.
And I'll keep poking around a little bit more while I'm.
Okay.
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 All good. And I don't remember, were they planning? I think they were planning on not coming this week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I just didn't remember why, because I know you wanted to meet later, and I never really followed up and whatever. But let's see what happens for next week, and we'll keep plugging away. Okay. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.